It always gets me when non-car guys try to have an opinion on a car, or what I'm doing with a car, or what kind of mechanic I am. He's not a mechanic. He's got a car with a saggy headliner in it. He's not a mechanic. His car is missing a turn signal. Yeah, buddy, for sure. What kind of car am I in right now? It's kind of roomy. I think I could do some jumping jacks in this one. Jack is jumping. But, it's just like, yeah, for sure. Like, you don't think if I wanted to fix it, I would? You don't think I have a car that doesn't have a saggy headliner, that has nothing wrong with it, that I drive, special occasions, if I want to go to church, if I want to take your mom out on a date, I have something nice to drive. Don't worry. I'll be okay. But it's almost kind of sad when someone has an opinion and they can't even change their own oil. Like, you're worried about what I can do to my car, but you probably can't even change your own oil. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. You're definitely the guy to have an opinion. For sure. For sure. When you can even tell me what 390 CI stands for, or what the difference between liters is in CI, or can you tell me, like, what kind of motor your car even has? How many cylinders does it have? Can you tell me that? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt you could tell me anything besides the color of shit that's on your underwear, which is probably brown. The streaks that you have on your drawers, those are probably brown. That's probably the only thing that you could tell me that's, valid. So, that's kind of irrelevant, I just thought I would touch on that because I had a few smart guys on here. It's probably the same person using different accounts, because every time I look up these jackasses' accounts, they have no subscribers, they don't have any posts. It's always like some weird accounts too, like fucking Megatron or some shit, or Dandelion. Like, what the fuck? Like, who, where? It's gotta be like the same person with 2 or 3 different accounts, or 2 people with like 3 accounts, because they'll comment on every single one of my videos. Every single one, multiple times. Not just like one comment here or there. Multiple comments, like they're rewatching the shit. So they must really enjoy it, but then they'll comment and just like, oh yeah, you're a piece of shit. You're a pussy. Wanna be tough guy. Never, not once said I was tough. Like, probably not very tough at all. Like, never try to be tough. I actually try to avoid conflict, like, as much as possible. Like, but apparently they just like see certain things, or they'll hear me talk a certain way and they'll be like, oh yeah, he's trying to be cool. My favorite one is he's trying to be black. Yeah, I'm trying to be black. Yeah. I'm sorry if I grew up in the projects and I grew up around predominantly black people, and sometimes the ghetto will come out of me. It's where I'm from. It's how I grew up. I grew up learning English from black people. I'm probably going to have a little bit of Ebonics going on. There's going to be a little bit of a drawl happening there. Like, it doesn't happen on purpose. It's not like I sit here and I'm like, I'm going to sit here and try to sound a certain type of way today. Today, I'm a black man. Like, I'm sorry you can't relate. I'm sorry that, that's a foreign aspect for you. Like, I know you probably grew up in the suburbs or in the trailer park or anywhere, and you probably didn't have the same experience I did growing up. And that's okay. That's okay. That's what makes us, beautiful. We're all different. We all grew up differently. We have different experiences. It's what makes us different people, It's what makes having friends kind of cool, because you can bounce ideas off of each other. You have a different opinion, he has a different opinion. How fun would it be if we were just all the same and all just like excessively masturbating and Dungeons and Dragons and all that shit? Like, I'm sorry, like, it's just not my thing. It's just not my jam. But I'm not gonna sit here and knock it. Hell, Dungeons and Dragons could be fun as fuck for all I know. Could be the shit. So I'm not gonna try to judge you or form an opinion just because you look like a prepubescent creep. Like, I'm not gonna do that, because it's not the thing to do. Most people can't control the way they look anyways, unless they're going for a certain look, you know? We were all born with what we got. Genetics are genetics. We didn't really have a choice in who our father fucked or who our mother sucked, you know? Like, it happens. Some of us are uglier than others. Some of us are ugly and fucking annoying at the same time. It's not a good combination, but hey, you get what you get, you know what I mean? So, I'm not gonna sit here and judge a book by its cover. Like, that's just pathetic, man. Or sit here and judge somebody after watching a video, and just because I don't like the way they sound, now automatically everything they say is just invalid. Since I don't like the way you look, everything you say is invalid. Oh, and you're also a bitch. Yeah, you're a bitch. Righto. I agree. Oops. I made a poops. But you see, you can do things like that when you're in a bigger vehicle, you know? I could probably, definitely fuck a larger female in here, you know? Who needs a motel?